My coworker tried to turn my car into a free taxi service for her family, so I locked her out. I work the grueling closing shift at a local grocery store, which means by the time we finally lock up and walk out to the parking lot, it is well past 10 o'clock at night. One of my coworkers, Lena, doesn't own a car and relies entirely on public transportation. About 2 months ago, she approached me looking incredibly stressed out after our shifts to ask for a quick ride home. She wanted to know if I could drop her off because the local bus routes get notoriously sketchy and unreliable late at night. Her apartment is only about 12 minutes out of my direct route home, so I decided to be a nice person and said yes. However, I made sure to establish a clear boundary right from the start, telling her that I could help her out as long as it wasn't happening every single night. For the first few weeks, everything was totally fine. We would chat about work, listen to the radio, and it felt like a genuinely nice favor to help out a colleague in need. But then, the entitlement slowly started creeping in, and the boundaries I set began to completely dissolve. It all started with a small, seemingly innocent request that completely changed the dynamic of our regular post-work routine. I wanted to be a team player, so I agreed. But that nearby destination turned out to be an extra 20 minutes in the opposite direction. I let it go because it was pitch black outside, and I genuinely didn't want anyone waiting alone in the dark, but it definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. I know what you're thinking. I should have spoken up right then. I get it now. But I kept quiet, and because I stayed silent, Lena took it as a green light to push the envelope even further. The absolute breaking point happened last week. Right before our shift ended, Lena brought her adult cousin into the store around closing time. When it was time to pack up and head out to the parking lot, she didn't even ask for my permission. She just casually turned to her cousin and told him that he could ride with us, completely bypassing me as if I was just a hired chauffeur. Before I could even process what was happening, this complete stranger opened my car door, climbed right into the front passenger seat, and immediately made himself at home. Without asking, he reached over, changed my music station, and started loudly talking over the radio. To make matters worse, when we finally dropped him off, he left a sticky, half-empty energy drink can shoved deep into my side door pocket. I was absolutely boiling with anger, but I managed to bite my tongue until the next day. The real confrontation started yesterday afternoon. I received a text message from Lena that read, "We need a ride again tonight." The phrase, "we need a ride," instantly set off alarm bells in my head because I knew exactly what she meant. She was referring to herself and her disrespectful cousin. I decided to finally stand my ground after all this time by texting her back in a calm but very firm manner. I stated that I would be happy to take her home, but I am absolutely not running a free shuttle service for others. Instead of apologizing for overstepping, Lena completely flipped the script on me. She got incredibly defensive and upset, claiming that I was actively creating an unsafe environment for her to get home all over one extra person. She tried to make me feel like a horrible human being for drawing a basic boundary in my own car. Now, the drama has spread into our workplace. Another coworker from our shift caught wind of the argument and decided to give me their unsolicited advice. They told me that I should just tell the cousin no, but that I should keep driving Lena home because I had already agreed to help her out months ago. But honestly, at this point, the well has been completely poisoned, and I feel incredibly manipulated by her actions. Lena didn't respect my time. She didn't respect my vehicle. And she certainly didn't respect me when she invited random people to take up space in my personal property. So I am strongly considering cutting her off completely. No more rides, no more favors, no more 12-minute detours after a long, exhausting shift. My coworkers are making me feel like I am being incredibly petty, and I am dreading the awkward silence that is going to fill the break room during our next closing shift. But I firmly believe that if you give someone an inch and they try to take a mile, you have every right to take your car keys back. Am I really the bad guy for canceling her rides completely? Or did she completely bring this eviction on herself the moment she turned my backseat into a public bus?